There was a time when I kept making excuses, and those excuses destroyed my dreams. Every morning, I told myself, I'll start tomorrow. Every opportunity that came my way, I whispered, I'm not ready yet. Days turned into weeks, weeks into months, and before I knew it, I was standing in the same place, watching others move ahead while I stayed stuck. Have you ever felt like you have the potential, but your own mind holds you back? Like there's a fire inside you, but something keeps pouring water over it before it can ever burn bright? You tell yourself you'll chase your dreams, you'll work harder, you'll do better tomorrow. But when tomorrow comes, the same voice inside whispers, not today, maybe later. What if I told you that your biggest enemy is not outside, but inside your head? That the real war isn't against the world, but against the lazy thoughts that convince you to settle, to wait, to stay comfortable. And if you don't kill those thoughts, they will kill your potential. Every morning, I would wake up, grab my phone, and mindlessly scroll through social media. My alarm would buzz, and instead of getting up, I'd hit snooze, just 5 more minutes. But those 5 minutes turned into 10, then 20, and before I knew it, half my morning was gone. I'd tell myself, it's okay, I'll start tomorrow. But tomorrow never came. Laziness is not just about lying in bed or wasting time. It's the silent killer of dreams. It disguises itself as comfort, as harmless procrastination, as taking a break. But in reality, it's a slow poison that drains ambition, steals time, and replaces progress with regret. How many times have you told yourself you'd start working out? That you'd finally focus on your goals? That you'd stop wasting time on distractions? And yet days, months, maybe even years have passed, and you're still waiting for the right time. Here's the truth. If you don't control your mind, it will control you. And that's the fastest way to failure. Your thoughts can either push you forward or hold you back. And the scariest part? Most people don't even realize they're trapped. They keep waiting, delaying, hoping for motivation to magically appear. But success doesn't come to those who wait. It comes to those who take action, no matter how they feel. So the question is, how long will you let laziness steal your future? One day, I woke up and felt an unbearable weight in my chest, a heaviness that wasn't physical but emotional. It was the weight of wasted time, of years slipping through my fingers while I kept waiting for the right moment. I had convinced myself that one day I would wake up feeling motivated, ready to chase my dreams. But that day never came. Instead, every day looked the same. The same excuses, the same delays, the same empty promises to myself. That morning, something inside me felt different. I walked into my room and shut the door. The curtains were drawn, blocking out the sunlight. The room was silent, except for the faint hum of my phone vibrating with another pointless notification. I ignored it and turned to the mirror. What I saw shook me. My own reflection, yet it felt like I was staring at a stranger. My eyes looked tired, not just from lack of sleep, but from years of disappointment. My posture slouched under the weight of regret. The boy who once had dreams, the one who believed he could do something great, was now just a man full of excuses. I clenched my fists, trying to push the thoughts away, but they came rushing in like a flood. You've wasted so much time. You're running in circles. You'll never change. The truth hurt. Because deep down, I knew those thoughts were right. And just when I thought things couldn't get worse, they did. I tried changing. I really did. I set alarms, made to-do lists, promised myself that this time would be different. But every time I got close to taking action, my lazy thoughts pulled me back. "You can do it tomorrow," they whispered. "Why rush? Relax. You have time." And I believed them. I told myself that one more hour of scrolling wouldn't hurt, that skipping one workout didn't matter, that I could always start fresh on Monday. But Monday came and went. So did the next week, the next month, the next year. Then, one night, I sat alone in my room, staring at my phone, mindlessly swiping through other people's lives. People who were out there chasing their dreams while I was stuck in the same loop of excuses. That's when a painful truth hit me like a punch to the gut. Motivation is a lie. I kept waiting to feel ready, to wake up one day suddenly energized and unstoppable. But that moment was never coming. Because you don't wake up motivated. You wake up the same as yesterday, unless you decide to change. I grabbed an old journal from my desk, dusted it off, and flipped to a blank page. With shaking hands, I wrote one sentence. "If I don't kill my lazy thoughts today, they will kill my future." The ink felt heavy, like a contract I was signing with myself. I stared at those words, letting them sink in. This was it. This was the moment. That's when I knew something had to change. I stopped waiting to feel motivated. No more excuses, no more delays. The next morning, before my mind could argue, I forced myself out of bed at 5 a.m. My body screamed for more sleep. My thoughts begged me to stay under the warm blanket, but I didn't listen. I laced up my shoes and stepped outside into the cold, heading straight to the gym. My muscles ached, my breath was heavy, but I pushed through. Because I finally understood, waiting to feel ready was the reason I had been stuck for so long. Day after day, I followed the same routine. Wake up. Work out. Focus. No negotiations. No compromises. I trained my mind like a soldier, teaching it that action comes first, feelings come later. That's the difference between successful people and failures. Successful people don't wait to feel like it. They just do it. They don't argue with themselves. They don't negotiate with laziness. They get up, they show up, and they do the work, whether they feel like it or not. But just as I started gaining momentum, the biggest challenge was yet to come. The voice inside my head wasn't gone. It was just waiting for the right moment to strike back. One day, without even realizing it, I experienced a breakthrough. I no longer needed motivation to push me forward. My habits had taken over. Waking up early, pushing through discomfort, and taking action had become second nature. The voice that once whispered excuses had fallen silent. My lazy thoughts were dead. I had killed them through relentless action, through discipline, through refusing to let them control me. And now, I ask you, what about you? Are you still letting those same excuses hold you back? Are you still waiting for the right time? Because there is no right time. The only time is now. If I can kill my lazy thoughts, so can you. But you have to decide. Will you take control, or will you let laziness destroy your dreams? The choice is in front of you. The life you want is within your reach. But you have to fight for it. You have to silence those thoughts, take action, and refuse to quit. Because at the end of the day, there is only one question that truly matters. What's stopping you from becoming who you were meant to be?